In the Pits is partnered with the Splat Zone Trinity 3-man paintball series. The series had an explosive entrance onto the Texas scene in May, with the opening event bringing in 25 teams across beginner, Division 5, and the open 3v3 X-Ball divisions, just one team shy of selling out. My ref crew will be brought in once again to ensure the event is run fairly and smoothly. Want to play beginner but don't think your gear can keep up? Splat will have multiple setups on hand to make sure everyone is on a competitive playing field. Registration is live now for the August 10th event, so head to PB Leagues and lock in your spot today. In the Pits is partnered with QBR. Are you seeking to heal and recover from the toll that paintball puts on the mind and body? QBR has the solution for you. Head to QBRofficial.com and use code PITS10 for 10% off of your order, plus free shipping. QBR, they don't sell broccoli. In the Pits is partnered with 71 Designs. Owned and operated by veteran Wade Martin, and partnered with fellow Texas brand Compete. 71 Designs can take your ideas for soft goods, merchandise, and casual wear and make them a reality. Message 71 Designs on Facebook or Instagram to get started today. In the Pits is partnered with Hydra. Designed by players for players, you can outfit yourself in Hydra gear from head to toe. Have confidence that when you make a purchase from Hydra, you are purchasing a well-tested and well-thought-out product, trusted by several top teams, including World Cup Pro Champions Paintball Fit. I personally recommend their Hydra Black knee pads. Purchases over $100 receive free shipping. Head to hydra.fit to browse their selection and discover the Hydra mentality. In the Pits is partnered with the San Antonio 3v3 Paintball Series. The series provides local players with an affordable, fun opportunity to experience the excitement of tournament paintball and has already seen events sell out. I personally am the head referee for the series and I can't wait to see you there. Visit SAT3v3.com for details on upcoming events or head to PB Leagues to register your team today. In the Pits is partnered with BEM Wraps. Behind every mask is a unique and creative player. Tap into it when you order your next custom headpiece. Their Build-A-Band lets you communicate with them one-on-one to make your order just the way you want, all the way down to the color of the stitch. Check out their Instagram at BEMWraps for drops and build videos of them working on orders. They offer very competitive pricing, so reach out today to get started on your own one-of-a-kind headpiece. In the Pits is partnered with Mariachi Águilas de Oro. Based in Austin and servicing the surrounding areas, these Golden Eagles will bring life to any event you are having, from birthdays, anniversaries, holidays, corporate events, or even a simple performance to enjoy. Guillermo Padilla, one of their trumpet players, is also a member of the Texas paintball scene. Visit them on Facebook and Instagram to check out some of their past performances, or give them a call to book them for your event today. In the Pits is partnered with Texas pro player Jared Sherman. In a world where saving time means making money, Jared's local seed bank is making waves in Texas. Carrying a large assortment of Texas-approved varieties for use in the Texas Hemp Program, seeds for novelty use, as well as premium genetics bred for solventless extraction, Jared Sherman has the ability to satisfy even the most sophisticated collectors. Head to his website and use code INTHEPITS for 10% off of your orders. In the Pits is partnered with XTPL Events. The Extreme Tournament Paintball League is a series put on by the Lukow family of Paintball Fit fame that gives the opportunity for players to learn and grow together as a team. 3-man, Challengers and Champions X-Ball, Draft Mech X-Ball, Super 7s, U3v3, even Glow-in-the-Dark Mech X. There's something for everyone at XTPL. Not to mention prize tosses, raffles, and the infamous Paintball Munching Contest. Events happen throughout the year, and the prizes never disappoint. Sign up for an XTPL event today on PB Leagues. In the Pits is partnered with Get Dat Shot. Get Dat Shot is a local Texas videographer with numerous events experience filming on the Major League Paintball Pro field. Needing coverage for an upcoming event? Message him at getdat_shot on Instagram and let him know In the Pits sent you. In the Pits is partnered with Paintball Kumite. Paintball Kumite is a program designed by Colt Roberts of professional team San Antonio X Factor to take paintball players of all ages, experience levels, and skill groups and mold them into champions. The program breaks the game down into small, easy-to-learn sessions designed to help you master the fundamentals so that you can elevate your game. Newcomers to the program get a free 1-hour introductory class when mentioning In the Pits. To sign up for a class, message at Paintball Kumite on Instagram. Before we get started, everybody, I just want to give a quick reminder that the ESPN Pro 3v3 World Championship is going to be airing next Friday, August 1st, 2025 at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Oh, and tickets are available now to reserve for live attendance over at the Disney Wide World of Sports. So head to nxlpaintball.com. And right at the top, there's going to be a banner that says Pro 3v3 World Champions, World Championship. Click on that. You'll be taken to a page to reserve your tickets. And just to show you all here what that looks like. So let's get that on the screen. There we go. So here on the NXL website, you got the Pro 3v3 World Championships. Click on reserve your free tickets here. That'll take you to an ESPN 8 webpage where you can reserve your tickets for free. Remember that first 100 people there will get a free t-shirt. So yeah, go sign up, show out for paintball, getting their live chance there on ESPN. And without further ado, welcome everybody. Good evening. And this is episode 155 of In the Pits Paintball Podcast. This podcast is focused on everything that has to do with the paintball scene here in Texas, from professional players and teams to new divisional programs, local tournament series, field owners, Texas-based brands, even photographers and videographers. Every week, we'll have a short and sweet episode with a new topic and new special guest. I'm Christian Dallas Smith. I'm a player for the Texas Titans. And this episode, we are going in the pits with Erik Contreras, player for Balls Out and MVP of the USXBL Elite Division at the Violence Open. Erik, how are you doing this evening?
Doing pretty good. And yourself?
I'm doing all right, man. Yeah, I think both of us were feeling a little bit tired after work today, but you know what? It is Wednesday evening, and we get to talk about some paintball.
I'm ready for it.
All right. Yeah, it looks like we got some of your teammates already here in the chat showing some love. You got Steven Enslow, Wego.
Also.
Love it. All right, so let's get started. This question is brought to us by XTPL Events. So for those listening that maybe don't know about you, how long have you been involved in the Texas paintball scene?
Well, I started originally back in my junior year in high school, which I believe was 2005. I started with a couple of guys that I was in band with that invited me to go out and play some woods ball. And I played that for a couple of weeks before I found out what hyperball was. And from that point on, I was kind of hooked on that style of paintball. Kind of threw woods ball out to the winds and followed through with hyperball. And then I found another paintball field behind our local meat market, which just happened to be a couple of blocks from my house. And the owner of that meat market, Veda's Meat Market there in Edinburgh, had all sorts of pallets, tires, vehicle hoods and stuff that we set up out there. We'd go out there, move around, try to make a mirrored field. So it looked even on both sides. And that's kind of where it all began.
Love it. Yeah, people, especially if they've joined in the sport a little bit more recently, there's a wide wealth of very, very nice fields out there in Texas nowadays. They don't know back then how it was, where you had, like you said, you got to set it up yourself. You got to make your own adventure.
Yep. No, it was fun and interesting. I mean, we'd go out there about an hour before we'd even anticipate starting and set up a different snake. We'd move a hood here and there, move a couple of pallets until all that ended one day when the neighbors nearby decided we were being too loud and complained to the owner of the meat market. So he had to go and close it down. And then that's when I discovered was Mavens. That's the old Nemesis guys and Team Patriots, the original Patriots guys. Broly, Chief Devin's father, him and his team played out of Mavens, and I can't remember the other other field that they would go out to. But that's where I found the original Patriots crew, and Hector with the original Balls Out guys back then, which was him, his brother, and one of their friends, I believe. They used to come and pick on the kids behind the meat market. But from there, I mean, at that point in time, we didn't really know each other. We just played against each other, and it's just what it was on the weekends. He doesn't like to admit it, but he used to get his ass beat by a bunch of high schoolers.
Oh man, that kind of seems like the tale as old as time. You know, the older guys out there think they're all that, and then you got the young fast kids coming in and telling them how paintball is really played.
Nah, it was good
It's all the way
times.
back to Dynasty. Right, yeah, Steven Inslow here in the chat says Monte Cristo.
Yep. I got to play at the Monte Cristo field a couple of times before I joined the Marine Corps, and I left at the end of 07 and didn't pick up paintball again until 2011.
All right. So what teams have you been involved with over the years?
So when I first started, I guess me and my best friend at the time, Jonathan Arredondo, and his brother, Javi, started up as a 3-man team, because that's all we had back then was 3-man paintball in South Texas, anyway, at the Valley. Most of the tournaments were held at McAllen Paintball, which no longer exists. But that was 2005, 2006. 2006, I believe, was when I met Rolly and his crew, and that's when I started kind of playing with Patriots a little bit. From there, like I said, I joined the Marine Corps in 07. I left. Didn't pick up paintball again until 2011, where I started playing with the Ryukyu Kings out of Okinawa, Japan. It was a whole bunch of service members, one local. We played there on island. Sometimes we'd hop around, go to Korea, practice with some of the Army guys that were out there. But we started doing events in the PAL series, which is the the Pacific Asian League series, I believe is what it was, which was a rotation out of the Philippines, Malaysia, and Bangkok. Bangkok was the only event that I got to make it in 2011, 2012 with the Ryukyu Kings. We ended up getting first place in Division 2 at the time out there. We tried to sign up for Division 4, but since we were American, and at the time, American speedball or American paintball was a lot further ahead than Asia was, they wouldn't allow us to play anything lower than D2. So we did, and we ended up in first place. It wasn't an easy event, but it was fun. It's probably the most fun I had in paintball up to that time.
I love it. Right.
From there, sorry.
Yeah.
I ended up rotating back to the U.S. in 2013, and I ended up in North Carolina on Camp Lejeune. I discovered there was a paintball field nearby, so I went out there and played there as well. I played with Carolina Snapback for about 2 years. I think that was about 2014 to the end of 2015, right before my second deployment. And then after that, after I left for that second deployment, I didn't pick up paintball till the end of 2020, and that's when I was on board with Balls Out. When I showed up at the field, Hector recognized me, Chief recognized me, and I got back into the swing of things, and it's been a fun road ever since. Between Balls Out and Dallas Pirates.
Yeah, you've definitely been you dove back in head first whenever you came back in for sure.
Yeah.
So this one brought to us by QBRofficial.com. So like a lot of people that are out there listening right now, you played a few events like here and there back in your earlier days in the sport, but post-COVID was when you really started to get seriously involved. So what was it about that time period that made you want to get out there again?
So honestly, the only reason I came back to paintball was because my niece, I don't know where she discovered or heard about paintball, but she brought it up to my wife and her mom, my sister-in-law, that she wanted to give it a try, and she wasn't aware of how much I used to play the sport back in the day. So when I was given the opportunity to teach her, I kind of let her know it's paintball isn't one of those things that you just go out there and try once and give it up. It's like typically when you get in there, you get hooked and you're along for the ride for as long as you're willing to take it.
Mm-hmm.
So she's the one that actually pulled me back into the sport by trying to get me to teach her how to play, and then she's nowhere to be found now. It's just me.
And I've definitely heard that story a couple of times. You're like, my kid or my relative or a friend, a coworker is like, hey, let's go do this, and thinking they're going to be the ones diving back in, and nope, it just pulls you.
Yep. I bought her own setup. I bought mine, and then we were off to the races.
All right. So this one's brought to us by the San Antonio 3v3 series. So what are some things that have changed within both the Texas scene and the paintball scene as a whole over time, for better or for worse?
Uh, I want to say the amount of teams now that are playing in Texas. It's so much more different than it used to be. I mean, it was hard to get, from what I recall, I don't know, 10 to 15 teams maybe at most events. Early on anyway. It wasn't until I was in the Marine Corps that I discovered there was the AXBL with the IDK guys that I before I left for the Marine Corps, some of those guys like Nate and David and Nico, they were some of the core guys on IDK along with Danny. Um, they would invite me to come play some events, or I would come home on leave and play some events with them. And that's when I really discovered how big paintball had gotten at the time. I was used to just 10, 12 teams maybe showing up to an event. And my very first AXBL event that I went to was, I believe, D3. We didn't do too hot that event, but the amount of teams that were out there kind of had me take a step back and realize the paintball scene had grown quite a bit while I was gone. Uh, and I definitely enjoyed seeing that. Obviously, the format changed a bit with X ball being a thing now. At the time, the rate of fire obviously has changed quite a bit. As much as I miss being able to shoot that fast, I'm glad we don't burn that much paint.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think we saw in the in that 15 BPS event that Dynasty and Aftershock did a couple weeks back, that the game really doesn't change that much with the fire rate. Like, if anything, it's more so like the time format, like being in X ball, that really makes the difference. And yeah, the lower fire rate, like people think that the higher fire rate is gonna make the game faster or more exciting. Like paintball's first and foremost a game of movement. Like the
Yeah.
shooting just helps you move or prevents them from moving, but it's a game of movement.
No, I prefer the slower rate of fire that we're at now. I mean, it allows for some more dynamic moves to be made as opposed to waiting for somebody to reload for a split second and try to make a gap before they start dumping those 15 balls per second down the same zone that you're trying to get through.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, here in the chat we got Mark P says no one ever really quits. We just take breaks and come back again.
Yep.
Yep, I've definitely seen it. Even within the last 5 years, like guys leave, 6 months, a year, they'll come right back into it, dive head first all over again. It's one of those things that there's something that just draws you back.
Yep. Thing is,
Uh,
just some of us are adrenaline junkies, and this is a good fix.
that it is. All right. So this one's brought to us by BEMRAP. So in 2021, you were a founding member of Balls Out. and you guys quickly made yourselves known on the scene with a top 4 finish at your second USXBL event in Division 4 that year. So, what do you think allowed the team and the program to start finding success so quickly?
Well, that year we started off trying to jump into D4 at the NXL 5-man. Didn't do too well. We had some hiccups. People were fighting constantly in the pits, arguing over who should go out on the field, who shouldn't. And then at practices, it was egos that had to be put in check. The first USXBL event, it was a little more of the same. We brought on other players from the Valley that are no longer rostered with us, but we had a lot of bumping heads, man. Egos bumping heads in the pits. Once we cleared that out, we moved on to the next event, and calmer pit makes for a smoother event, and that's essentially what ended up happening with us on event number 2 for the USXBL. Is we had a lot more, I guess, peacefulness in the pits. Nobody was yelling at anybody. We decided that any yelling was going to be saved till after the match, because once you get heated in the pit, it'll either go too far one way, or people just get in their heads, and it'll ruin a match for a team.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, I mean, it sounds like you guys encounter the same problems that every new lower divisional team encounters, and that's figuring out what your culture is, figuring out your processes, and guys like getting a reality check on just how difficult this sport really is to be able to compete at a high level.
Yep.
Yeah, it's awesome that it sounds like a little bit of the experience that you and some of the other core guys had previously really came into play, so that you more or less knew which direction that you needed to go and how to fix those problems, rather than just trying to guess and check everything.
Yeah, no, it certainly did. I mean, the reason we jumped into D4, honestly, we probably all could have started in D5. The most of us weren't even, I guess half of us weren't ranked. That we had one D4 player, or two maybe, which I think was Hector and John at the time. But we already had a D5 line, which was the line that went on to win the series for D5 that year, which was Devin, Emmy, Shantz, Leo, all the younger guns on Balls Out. And then we had the D4 line, which was us old folks trying to do our part. I mean, that's really what it came down to, is we didn't want to run two lines in D5 where we potentially had to play each other. So we decided we're just going to run a D4 and a D5 line.
All right. Yeah. I liked how you opened that with, we probably could have just played D5 instead. I think especially nowadays, with players coming into the sport and thinking, I'm going to just get as many points as I can on my profile, because the bigger the number, that means the better player I am, right?
Yeah.
Nope. And then they don't figure it out until it's far too late.
Yep.
All right. So this one is brought to us by Mariachi Aguiles de Oro. And actually, before we get to that, we do have a question here in the chat from Kent Goldman. Do you guys think it would be a good idea for refs to have a standardized mask lens they all have to use? I mean, the thing with that is, if it was a standardized thing, then it would have to come from a company sponsoring that mask and sponsoring that lens, which, if you multiply that setup times 10 refs, or if you're on the NXL Pro field times 14 refs, each of those masks can range from anywhere from 150 to, the high 200s. That cost gets there pretty quickly, which I know that Bunker Kings did sponsor the NXL Pro refs with their command mask, the CMDs, for I think 2 years. And I think it did help their popularity. But as far as standardizing it, I mean, it's just what company wants to step up.
Yeah, I don't know that there'd be any real benefit to it other than advertisement, free advertisement. Or I guess I won't say free advertisement, but I mean, obviously it'll be seen more by more players.
Right, and you're kind of seeing that now with the ref mask that JT put out a couple months back.
Hmm.
I think that is doing its part, but then again, JT is kind of the most popular thing at the moment.
Yeah.
All right, so this one's brought to us by Mariachi Aguilas de Oro. So that year in 2021, you played 10 events, also making regular appearances in D5 with the Dallas Pirates. So how was that experience getting to go back and forth between D5 and D4 at the same time?
Well, I enjoyed it. I mean, I was able to pretty much play on Saturday with the. Wait, I don't remember. It wasn't overlapping on days, so I do one day with one team, and then I think D4 was on Sundays. So yeah, I think Saturdays I played D5. Helped me learn the layouts a little bit, and then carry it on over to playing with the guys from Balls Out on the D4 days. I mean, it was a lot of paintball. I was a little
Was.
a little chunkier then, so that might have played a little part into me losing 25 to 30 pounds that season.
I mean, you'll lose that weight quick with how the tournaments were all done in one day back then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do not miss the yearly tradition of someone having a heat stroke at the X Factor event.
Yeah, that was interesting to watch. I don't think I'd ever seen that many people drop.
Yeah, it's definitely much better now that it's a 2-day event.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. So this one, let's see. I'm looking here in the chat. We definitely got some love coming in from Nathan. This man is a tactician in the center. Definitely gonna get into his performance, Nathan. Don't you worry. Your boy Steven says his name is Eric Wick. All righty. And then so this one is brought to us by Paintball Kumite. So Balls Out quickly attracted a lot of talent from around the Valley area and became the premier program from the south part of the state. What was the allure that attracted other players, and what is it that's kept everyone together for so long?
I think as far as what's kept everyone together for so long is just we've all kind of gotten into a point where we all want to win. Most of us are well, the core part of the team is at least 34 to 36, 37 years old, with the exception of Hector. That's about 48 years old. Uh, uh, we all just want to win together. We're tired of um, just people not recognizing that Valley knows how to play, and we just want to step up and prove to everybody that we can. I mean, obviously we made it to the finals this last event. Took a little help considering how we were running with a skeleton squad the first two events. We showed up to this one with some fresher legs, and being able to rotate more than one person definitely helps. And it proved itself on on the weekend. So it really just comes down to everybody being on the same page, having the same mindset, and as long as we're all vibing in the pits or vibing in our tents, it's like that goes a long way.
Definitely. I see that you listened to some of the previous episodes when me and Robert Jordan were talking about how important it was to go with more than 5 or 6 guys into the X Factor event.
Yeah, X Factor we already know it's going to be the hottest one of the season, and what we wanted to make sure we had was more people that we can rotate with, because the first two events, like I said, I mean, we went in there with a skeleton squad. We had one person that typically didn't. The way we do it is when we bring on an alternate. Alternates don't typically pay for anything. It's just the core five, which is something that we've brought on or carried on over from way back in the day that Team Patriots used to do. It's like they take off their starting five. Those are the five that paid for everything, and then the alternates just showed up to play. If somebody needed rest, the alternate would jump in for a point or two, however long he was needed, and then sat him back down and kept running with the same crew. And that's essentially what we did the first two events. We knew San Antonio was going to be hot. It's always hot, so we knew we needed more players, and we managed to get Chance back for the episode. or for the episode, for the for the event. His wife let us borrow him for the weekend.
Shout out to the wives out there letting us borrow our boys.
Yep. And those that let us play.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, having Ian back, having Shantz back, and then adding Nate to the roster as well. I mean, everybody played their part this event. It was great having 8 people and not 5.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, I think one thing I didn't realize was that Balls Out and the Texas Titans, we both of our first events were that 2021 NXL Lone Star Minor up at Giant Party Sports at their inaugural event at that park. So our teams have been around for the same amount of time, and we've actually got a lot of similarities going. So it's cool to see. Like, I mean, you also remember back in those days where, like, if you think about teams that were like long-standing members of the community, it was really just like Notorious, Shut Up, We're Trying, and there wasn't much else other than that. And then I guess Paintball Fit themselves. So it's cool to see more and more programs like you guys, like the Outlaw Anodizing Crew, like that. I know Greets had their split to go into the Beefy Boys, but it's still all the same guys. Like, we're seeing more and more guys stick around for longer periods of time.
Yeah. I mean, back home, down in the valley, I'm in Dallas right now, but down in the valley, I mean, we've always had some stellar teams down there. They just valley teams don't travel very much. Back in the day, I mean, there was Team Patriots, Team Nemesis. We had the guys down from Harlingen, can't recall the name. I know we had IDK came out of the valley as well. A lot of those guys.
Adrenaline was down there. I want to say was Anonymous
Chaos.
from the valley?
Chaos. Anonymous is from Laredo.
Okay.
They're part of the 956, but not part of the real 956.
Dang, even within the valley teams, there's some pride going on there. I love it.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, we got Texas Demo now doing semi-pro, doing their thing. Us and D3, we got all the newer valley teams. Yep, Cyclops and Grind. That's right. There was Team Adrenaline as well. I played, or Adrenaline Rush. I played with them in 2005, 2006. I was a guest for them, and we ended up taking first place at my first 3-man event at McAllen Paintball, which, like I said, they no longer exist. I ran into that place with a Tipman 98 custom with a response trigger and a Halo B. That was fun.
Bet. All right. Yeah. And if you own any of those products, or you used to own any of those products, then it's I think it's time to take your meds.
I still have that gun. My dad actually kept it and hung it up on his wall after I left for the Marine Corps. He just hung it up and kept it as a memento. It's still there, just needs a new feed neck, maybe some lube, and I could probably get that thing out on the field.
Oh yeah, those things still work. Yeah, I think Sasha's a champion of that over anybody.
Yep.
Right.
Plus, there's another Valley team. Yeah, I think they formed up after I left. Probably why I don't remember them.
I love it. All right. So this one's brought to us by Jared Sherman and his website, texandhemp.com. So do you have any advice for anyone out there looking to start their own team or program?
Just surround yourself with people that are like-minded and willing to put in that time and dedication. That's really what it comes down to. People need to be willing to put in the time and effort that it takes to get that grind going. That's what hurt us with Dallas Pirates. We had a lot of guys that didn't want to show up every week to practice. I was driving 8 hours from the Valley to Paintball Fit every weekend, every other weekend for mandatory practices, just to get the time in with the boys to get everything rolling for D5. And this was D5. I was making 8-hour drives. I did my part. I tried to help the guys that did show up. When Cameron was playing with the Greed guys, I would coach, I guess, player coach with the guys on the D5 line. And it's just gotta have people that have the same drive that you do, the same mindset, and same discipline. That's all it comes down to. Being able to go out there week after week with your teammates, take the field. The more you learn together, the easier paintball becomes.
For sure. Yeah, the time spent together it pays dividends, especially as you get higher and higher into the ranks. I know lately you have mostly just been playing the local series, but I can tell you on a USXBL standpoint, a team that has some superstars and a bunch of other throw-togethers is not nearly as scary as if you go on a team's roster and every single player has the exact same APPA points, because you know those guys have been together for some time.
Yeah, that is a fact.
All right. So this one's brought to us by the Splat Zone Trinity 3-man series over in Houston, which, again, they still have their signups going for the next one. My crew is being brought back once again to go make sure that everybody's got a fun experience, a fair experience, and a smooth experience. So go sign up. That is Sunday, August 10th. So Erik, what has been your favorite moment in your paintball career so far?
So I actually have two. It's a hard one, but I started with one earlier with the event in Bangkok with the Ryukyu Kings, taking first place out there. So that's definitely the my main one. The second one was being able to go to that Bunker Fest in Slidell, Louisiana, even though we lost to you guys in the finals as Dallas Pirates. You guys took third, we took fourth. It was that event. I was able to get Dallas Pirates and Balls Out to get a line together, and I went out there with both teams. We got together, had a hell of an event, had some fun the night going into the event, and then had a rough start on Saturday morning and pushed through it. We all got into a rhythm. I'm pretty sure we won all our matches on Saturday, and then Sunday we started hitting some bumps in the road. We had a little discussion. Cam Peterson and I. Cam's over with Beefy Boys now. Love that man. He's one of my boys. But started off player coaching, and then he decided to take the role halfway through the day and pissed me off, pissed a couple of other people off, and we had a rocky finish. But we ended up playing third and fourth with you guys, and y'all ended up taking the game on that one.
I think that one went to overtime, if I remember correctly.
It did. It was a great event, though. Like I said, if I wouldn't be picking it as my number 2 event if I didn't have fun with being able to run with both my teams at the time. Being able to bring them together and make a line like that. We never practiced together. I knew who was good at what, and I put everybody together and paired them up, threw them out onto the field, included myself at points here and there, and I mean, we did great.
Yeah, that was definitely a fun event. I remember. I kind of have some happy moments, some sad moments, because it was right after that event that I discovered how serious my injury was, and then I missed the next 3. So yeah, but it was definitely a blast getting to go to Louisiana, go to Slidell over at LAX, get to spend some time over on the French Quarter as well. Good times.
No, for us, it was a straight drive there, and then as soon as the event was over, it was a straight drive back down in the valley. I think it was 11 hours, 11, 12 hours, something like that.
Oh, some troopers. All right. So this one is brought to us by 71 Designs. So Balls Out is in year 5. What all have been your responsibilities on the back end for the team?
I don't know that I actually have responsibilities. I just try to maintain the calmness in the pits when people start getting rowdy. Mainly Hector. I'm looking at you, Hector. I know you're listening. You like to get a little rowdy with people in the pits when things don't go our way, and the refs, for that matter. But trying to make sure that all our guys stay cool, calm, and collected in the pits, man. That to me, I feel like that goes a lot further than anything else. Because once people start losing their cool, it's just a long trip down the rabbit hole that a lot of people just don't know how to dig themselves out of in the middle of a match. Like I said, it'll cost a team a match if the pits aren't properly situated.
Absolutely. It's hard enough to win a match or a tournament or a point when you're playing at 100% of your capacity.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're trying to do it and you've got a lot of infighting and other inefficiencies that cause you to play at even 90%, 80% of your potential, you've got no chance. Especially with the amount of things that have to go right.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, Steven in here says you're the team motivator, keeps you honest. Yeah, you need one of those guys out there just to redirect the ship saying, hey, we're here to win, right? Let's go do that. So this one is brought to us by Hydra. So 2 weeks ago, Balls Out got second place in the Elite Division in USXBL after a year and a half of being in D3 as an upper middle of the pack team. What was it that helped you guys break through that Sunday barrier to get to the finals?
Clean paintball. Stayed away from all the red and yellow canaries out there. Man, that was a killer. Every event we get into, I mean, if you go back and look at a lot of our matches, we end up losing by 1 point, but in most of those matches, we're up 2-0, 3-0, and penalties, man. Penalties will always kill us. I mean, this was I don't know how else to explain it. It's just clean paintball is what people need to be playing, and obviously you get great results when you play good and then you play clean. That's the biggest thing for us. I mean, we all went out there. We were all firing on all cylinders on all three parts of the field, up the center and the snake and Doritos, and we were playing clean. That's what we got to do. That's what everybody should strive for. But I mean, I know cheating's a part of the game. It is what it is. Some people do it more than others. And I'm gonna go ahead and throw my dig out there. I know I got cheated on on the finals match. There was the major that got thrown should have been a lot worse than what it was, but it is what it is. Can't complain about it. It's what the refs saw and not what actually happened.
Well, fair enough. I mean, having those bodies, extra bodies that you're not giving away for free is huge. What I tell my guys whenever I'm coaching them is that if you get a minor penalty or a major penalty, that's the exact same thing as you standing up, shooting one or two of your own guys in the back, and then walking off. You cannot have that.
Yep. And we had a lot of that happen the second event up at Giant. I don't know how many points I got shot in the back by my own teammates, whether it was off the break or while I was up the field. It happened, but I mean, things didn't go our way, other than the fans that we had in our pits. The people wanted to sit down with us and cool down. Everybody loves Hector's fan.
Definitely, it's one of those secret weapons out there that ends up mattering a lot more than you think it will.
No, it does. It's helped us stay cool between points, or between matches, I should say, and just having that little bit of extra rest and cool down goes a long way, especially when we were running with the skeleton crew.
For sure. So you were awarded the event MVP, which is difficult enough to do on its own, let alone as a player on the team that didn't take first. Do you think it was your general play over the weekend or a specific moment that earned you the honor?
For sure. Well, I'm positive that it was my general play over the weekend. I mean, there was only one team that slowed me down the entire event, getting up there, and that was TKO, and that went to overtime in the prelims. They played it well. I mean, they shot me off the break both games. Well, really, it was all 3 points. And then in the overtime match, I don't think I played the overtime match. I think I let Nate go in. But I was like, they had my number. It didn't matter what route I took. They put the paint where it needed to be, and I was off the field within 3 seconds of the buzzer going off. But other than that match, I mean, I was running and gunning all the way up to that carbon bunker, basically uncontested almost every single point that I did it. Getting up there was crucial for us, and then I drew guns that allowed people to get off of Hector on the snake side wedge and allowed him to get up to his carbon, and all we had to do was cross it up in the middle, hold it down, and I mean, yeah, overall, I wouldn't have been able to do what I did if it wasn't for the guys behind me. I mean, all the information that they're pumping into me, processing it as quickly as I can, to be able to get shots on players here and there. That's all it really is. And then, I mean, you've seen me play up in the center. I'm a little squirrely when I'm up there. I don't just get into a spot, hold the zone. I'm constantly head on a swivel, trying to see if I can find a hopper sticking out, a barrel sticking out, something that somebody's willing to give me. And I mean, I'd say a good 75-80% of the time, I mean, I find something.
And I think this layout, we saw just how important it was to have a guy that was willing to take the full potential of this center on this layout. And for you, I think your play style was perfect for it. And having been your teammate with back when we did like an event or two with the hot tamales, it's definitely something I want on my side.
Yeah, no, I mean, I was never a center player. I was always a snake player. But I mean, now that I'm older, I got back into paintball in 2020. Like I said, I got a little thicker, so I needed to find another place of the field to play. And I still had that same drive, the same want to get down the field. I just had to find a different way. I mean, I started playing D side more often than not, and then when we merged the balls out RWB line with the main balls out line, we brought all the fast boys onto the squad, and we had to all share some time. But all the younger legs, I mean, go out to the snake side, out to the Dorito corner, or out off to the D1, D2 off the break. I'm not that fast anymore. So I guess
let the young guys earn their stripes.
Yep, I had to find my play time somewhere else, and I mean, I was still aggressive. I was still an aggressive player, still am. I mean, I don't think that's ever going to change, but I just had to find a different angle to take, and the center was obviously wide open for the taking. And between playing for Dallas Pirates and balls out that season, I found my stride up the center and haven't let off the gas ever since.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm sure a lot of teams, when they see me come on the field, they already expect to see me coming down the center. I mean, it's what I get damn near every event. There's a big bunker in the center. It's like, oh, I know where I'm going to find you. It's like, no, I won't be there.
I'll be in your big brick, not mine. All right. So Balls Out has been quite successful over the years. I would still argue that your biggest achievement was the Bunkerfest D4 Series title back in 2023 with the event championship victory. So what are the goals for the squad moving forward now that we're in the back end of the 2025 season?
Well, we're going to try to see if we could sneak in there and somehow cause a little bit of chaos and manage to sneak on through and eliminate the top teams before getting into the semifinals. That way we get a chance at the series again, because that's essentially what happened that year. Balls Out was out of it most of the season. They came out, placed second or third, I think, the third event, and then won the final event, which was double points. I didn't play with them for the last two events of that Bunkerfest series. I was playing with Dallas Pirates. The first two events I did play with Balls Out because we were the team was short on bodies, so I decided to play with the boys from back home, and Dallas Pirates was fine with me playing with them. But after those first two events, I went back to Pirates since Balls Out had all the boys back, and they were able to hold their own. And I mean, it's having those young legs on the body, man, or on the roster for events helps us out a lot. As you can see, I mean, that season, once they came back with a vengeance, and basically took the last two events. And that's kind of what we're hoping to pull off here again this year. I know Ragtag's damn near got a death grip on first place right now, but who knows what happens in the last event? Two teams might beat them in the prelims. We might be one of them. I don't know. If somehow they manage to get eliminated and some of the other top 3-4 teams don't do so well, that leaves the door wide open for us to come in and steal it. And that's what we're trying to do.
Yeah, I mean, double points. Anything can happen. Any team can do well. Any team can have a really bad day. And I mean, looking into the series championship, we've got NXL Dallas before then, which may, for the players, especially like the semi-pro players that are competing in that event, the points earned might put them ineligible for the series finale. So, the anything can happen heading into the last one. You guys are currently sitting in 5th place. Gulf Coast Ragtag Army has a very big gap on not just you guys, but on the rest of the field. They're 21 points ahead of 2nd place, which is evil. But again, that last event, you've got to show up just like the rest of them.
Oh yeah, I mean we're expecting to have our young guns back, so you can probably expect the same type of performance, if not better, for this next event.
All righty. So this one is brought to us by Carlos. Get that shot from the Valley as well. Pro media guy. He's just been killing it lately. So if you need any media coverage at the upcoming NXL Lone Star Major, make sure to message him at @getthat_shot on Instagram. So Erik, this is one that I ask everybody that comes on the show. Is there anybody in Texas? It could be a team, a player, a brand, a community member, anybody at all that you think deserves more recognition for what they're doing.
Texas Demo. I mean, they obviously they're playing semi-pro. They're out of the same field we are. They're the ones we practice with all the time. They're the ones helping us sharpen our sword. I mean, they do for us what nobody else does. So we're glad to have them, and I mean, they're definitely a team to look out for. They just have a couple things that don't go their ways, just like what happened with us the first 2 events. I mean, all it takes is one perfect event for people to realize the potential that they have. And I mean, obviously, just like us, typically always count it out, and look where we ended up. There's
shout out.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, I mean, even some of the guys that have come through the Balls Out camp have ended up with Demo. I mean, you got Devin and Emmy, who were a part of that championship team in the 2023 Bunkerfest line, now on to the second biggest stage in paintball.
Yep.
All right. So let's look here in the chat, see if there's anything else before we close it out. I'm not seeing anything else. So, Erik, thank you so much for your time. Do you have any last shout outs or things you'd like to say before we sign off?
I just want to give a shout out to all the wives and girlfriends that put up with our crap to allow us to play. If it wasn't for y'all, I mean, well, we wouldn't be doing what we're doing. I mean, the support goes a long way, even though sometimes some of the wags don't want to let us go out and do our thing. I mean, I appreciate the time they're willing to give up for us, and all these other teams from the Valley as well. These younger guys, definitely want to give a shout out to a lot of them, because they're hungry and they're coming for it. So expect some more Valley recognition over these next couple of seasons, because we got some good ballers up and coming back home, and they're only going to get better with time. So shout out to all you guys.
For sure. All right. So I think that that does it for our show. So Erik, again, thank you for your time. Everybody tuning in online, thank you so much. Be sure to go follow Erik at Bombita6 on Instagram. What other guests would you all like to see on the show? Be sure to leave a comment down below. While you're at it, hit that subscribe button. The show goes live Wednesday evenings at 7:30 p.m. Central here on youtube.com/@Major League Paintball. And recordings are posted to YouTube, Amazon, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify the next day. I want to give a shout out to my partner and sponsor tier subscribers on Patreon. Get That Shot, Paintball Kumite, BEM Raps, Hydra, XTPL Events, Mariachi Águilas de Oro, San Antonio 3v3 Series, 71 Designs, TexanHemp.com, QBRofficial.com, and Splat Zone Trinity 3-Man. Lastly, thank you to Major League Paintball for hosting the show. We'll see you guys next week for episode 156. Erik, thank you so much.
Thank you.